Going on, guys? Live TCG here. You know what time it is. We have another auctions of the week video for you. We got plenty of modern to look at. We have some vintage, we have some shinings, we have some gold stars, and we have some crystals. So let's take a look on over and see what cards are going crazy on eBay this week. First up on the list today, we do have the Lugia V and a PSA 10 from Silver Tempest, selling for $586. This card's been going down a little bit. One of my favorite of the modern era. I believe this is 2022. So about 2-3 years ago. Card has been going up in price. It was about $650, almost $700, but now it's on its way down, just like everything else in the market. And let's keep it going. Next up, we do have the Giratina V from Lost Origin in a PSA 10, and right now this card is selling for $1,151. Another card going down. It was about $1,400 a month ago. So all these modern chase cards in the last 2 to 3 years that are PSA 10 have been taking a dip. Even their raw copies are going down in price, and that's great because collectors like us, we can finally get our hands on some of these cards that weren't obtainable to us before. So price is going down. I think it's a good thing. What do you guys think? Okay, so next up on the modern grails, we have the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade. This card just came out last year, and we are already seeing crazy prices. Not too much movement on this one to my knowledge. I don't track it, but right now Greninja is $650 in a PSA 10 from Twilight Masquerade. I think that's fair. And next up, we have the Pikachu from Surging Sparks in its PSA 10 copy, selling for $835 right now. One of my biggest chase cards until recently. Finally got one myself. This card was about the $1,000 mark, I want to say, a month or two ago, but just like everything else, coming down. So right now, $835. Is that fair for the Pikachu? I think it's going to keep falling, but only time will tell with this one. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Japanese market real quick, and we have the Umbreon from Terrassel Festival in a PSA 10. Pretty stable price right now, $455. It's been between the $450 to $500 range for a while, so nothing too crazy there. But we're also going to take a look at the BGS 10 version of the Umbreon from Terrassel Festival, and that one is selling for $860. So if you guys know, BGS 10 always has the premium over PSA 10. Why? I don't really know, but BGS, they say they grade a little more strict and a little more harsh, so your copy should be just a little bit cleaner. That's kind of a gimmick in my book. I'd rather just have the PSA 10 copy. I'm not really a collector like that. I'd rather have a binder copy, to be honest, so I could have way more cards in my collection than just one really expensive card, but that's just me. So BGS 10, $860, PSA 10, $455. Would you guys pay double the price for the same card just in a different slab? I don't think it's worth it. And moving on over from the modern stuff, guys, we're getting into the vintage now. We got a bunch of shinings to take a look at. Then we're going to jump right into the gold stars, some heavy hitters, some really, really cool stuff, some low pop cards. You're definitely going to want to stay tuned to see all that stuff. So first up on the vintage, guys, we have the Shining Raichu in a PSA 10 unlimited, by the way, and that's right now selling for $1,347. This is from Neo Destiny, one of the best sets in the modern era, in my opinion, because they kind of started the whole shiny thing. You got Neo Destiny, you got Neo Revelation, you got Neo Discovery. Not my favorite Neo Discovery, but $1,347 for the Shining Raichu. Let's see what we got next. Next up, we have the Celebi Unlimited PSA 10 as well, selling for $1,048. Rather have this in my collection, to be completely honest, than the Raichu, but $1,000 for PSA 10 Shining Celebi, not too bad. I'm pretty sure during the 2020 boom, this card was around $3,000, so this may be a steal, but don't quote me on that. And next up, guys, we have the Shining Charizard from Neo Destiny, first edition PSA 10, selling for $16,601. This card is one hell of a grail. Congratulations to whoever got this. This is absolutely crazy. I would only get the unlimited one, not first edition, not PSA 10 for the binder. Used to have it, but goddamn, $16,000 for Shining Charizard. Can't even speak right now, but that's crazy. And next up, guys, we're moving on over from the shinings to the gold stars, even though they are pretty much shining. But we have the Celebi Gold Star right here in a PSA 10 copy, old cert for $5,100. All these cards are absolute grails, crazy low pop, all going to be crazy prices. So let's get right into that. And next up, we're going to take a look at the legendary trio. We got Entei, we have Raikou, and we have Suicune, all PSA 10 copies. They are definitely hard to grade in PSA 10. PSA 9s are only $500, but these PSA 10 copies have crazy prices, and the Entei right now is going for $2,275. My favorite out of the legendary dogs, but we're going to take a look at the Raikou and Suicune next as well. And next up, the rarest of the dogs, we have the Suicune PSA 10 selling for a flat even $3,000 right now. Also an old cert. If you guys get your hands on these, super lucky. These are for the top 1% collectors out there who want these grails in PSA 10. They're just condition hunting. I'm not paying the premiums on them, but Suicune PSA 10, $3,000. Let's take a look at the Raikou. And last but not least, we got the Raikou Gold Star and a PSA 10 Old Sir as well, guys, from Unseen Forces. And right now that's selling for $1,875. Next up on the list, we have the Alakazam from EX Crystal Guardians PSA 10, selling for $8,100. And this is probably the top card tonight, guys. We have the Trico PSA 10 Gold Star, selling for $10,099. This is a crazy low population card. This is near impossible to get. The Trico, the Torchic especially, and the Mudkip are all crazy, super low population PSA 10 copies. So you don't see these come up every day. So I was very excited to see what this card would go for. And right now, you could get your hands on a Gold Star Trico PSA 10 for $10,099. Do you guys know anybody buying cards like this? Congratulations to this guy. And next up on the list of Gold Stars, we have the Mewtwo from EX Holland Phantoms in a PSA 10, selling for $11,100. Absolute monster card right here. And last up on the Gold Stars for tonight, guys, we have a Japanese Charizard from Dragon Frontiers, selling for $15,988 with a silver border. Absolute crazy card right here. Super grail. Really nothing to say about this. It's just another crazy expensive Charizard. And last up on the list, no surprise, we have another Charizard from Skyridge, the Crystal Charizard in a CGC 10, selling for $11,000. I'd much rather have this over the Gold Star Charizard in my opinion. I just think the art on this one is super iconic, super hard to grade just as a Gold Star, but Crystal Charizard, if I had a choice, I would definitely pick this over the Gold Star Charizard, regardless of the worth or the price. And that's gonna be it for tonight's video, guys. I hope you all liked it. Let me know down below if there's anything you want to see me cover in particular, whether it be the modern market, the vintage market, auctions of the week, cards under $10, $20, what I'm buying now, what I think is a good investment, what am I collecting, anything like that. Let me know down below, and thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you on the next one.